friends, and welcome to another video. This week, I'm gonna be getting my makeup collection professionally organized. Yes, I need help, and I'm getting help. So as you guys may know, I'm a bit of a lipstick hoarder, and though I feel like I have a pretty reasonable amount of other types of makeup, at least for someone who makes a lot of beauty-related videos, the total amount of cosmetic items that I currently have is definitely in the fiendish range. And as my collection has grown exponentially since I started making videos, it's unfortunately never really been organized in any kind of useful or productive way. But then, recently, I started seeing a trend of some other YouTubers decluttering their makeup collections, and also a few videos of YouTubers getting help from professionals to organize their living spaces. So I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone and finally do something about my makeup storage situation while also filming the whole process for some good organization porn. Don't worry, there won't be any nudity, but you may see a whole lot of nude lipsticks. So a big shout out to Tati's series on cleaning out her beauty room and Gabby Hanna's hoarding room video for being the inspiration behind this project, and I'm gonna link their videos down below, as well as a few other decluttering videos I've watched. So as for finding a professional organizer to help us, I feel like there are a few different routes that you can go. There are some that help with like serious decluttering if you need to throw away a lot of things, which is sort of like that does this thing bring you joy, if not chuck it philosophy of organizing. There are also some that help you organize not just material things, like bills and taxes and mail, but for my purposes, I wanted to find a professional organizer that focuses more on the room design and decor elements, like getting the right drawers and cabinets to help build an organizational system. So we found this company called Practically Perfect, who seem like pretty seasoned professional organizers, and from what I can tell from their Instagram, are also really into drawer inserts, cabinets, closets, and some good old storage porn. So we hired them to come over and help me achieve my organization dreams. If any over 21 viewers are doing a drinking game to this video, take the word organization off your list. I don't know why you'd be doing that, but just in case. So I am here with Joni and Kit from Practically Perfect, who have agreed to help me organize the space. So before we dive right into the organizing, let me bring you guys up to speed on my current digs. So right now, all of my makeup is in this one room that we recently emptied out. It used to be our editing room as well, so I guess because of the lack of space, it was kind of like a makeup / computer room. And I would just sort of dig around for my makeup and then do it at my editing desk. So now that we've moved our computers out, this room is sort of like a meh. And so I thought it would be cool to, besides just like organize the makeup, which like definitely needs some help, like maybe turn this into more of like a makeup room, like a beauty room. Yeah. So up until this point, I had been using two main structures to hold my makeup, one of which was this shelving unit in the closet. All of these plastic bins have lipsticks, liquid lipsticks or lip glosses, and then there's some foundations over there in a box by themselves. Down here, I'm not sure what that is. It looks like highlighters. That looks like makeup we've used in a video, perhaps. Those look like cotton pads to me. There's a pool noodle. I don't know why that's there. I feel like this whole structure is actually not horribly organized for storage purposes. Like most things are bucketed by category, but because it's just in bins, I never really get to see all of my options. So that's this thing. Okay. Let me show you that thing.
Yes. Okay, please.
The other structure that we have is this white set of drawers in the corner, which has most of the rest of my makeup organized roughly by category and area of face.
This is IKEA, and I like how this is storing, but
I like that you guys just know. This is IKEA. And I'm like, I think so.
We speak IKEA.
And though it requires a little less digging than the bins, it's still not winning any efficiency awards and requires some degree of excavation. And I think that's the biggest problem with the current system, that I'm not able to use all of my makeup to its full potential. I feel like right now I'm using the makeup that is closest. And I think if I were exposed to more of my makeup consistently, I would use more of it. I don't want to like eliminate a lot of my makeup, though I think that probably some of it could go, but I think that I would love to be able to like find more of it better.
Okay. Yeah.
And just have it all be like a little cuter. Besides that, my wish list for the room is a surface somewhere to actually do my makeup. Right now, it's just happening where I just like take an armful of makeup and like take it into the current edit room to do my makeup.
Okay.
And also a spot where I can set up a camera and film me doing my makeup like vlog style, since I currently do that while standing at my white set of drawers. So based on my wish list and the problems that Joni and Kit observed, we decided to pull all of the makeup out of the closet.
Our philosophy is always that things should be visible and accessible. Neither of those things are the case for you right now. So what we would very much like is for you to be able to find the lipstick that you need in a quick, easy way.
With the plan to build a vanity out of drawers where I could sit, do my makeup, and mayhap film a little bit. We're gonna need a lot of drawers, huh?
You're gonna need just the right amount of drawers for your makeup. But I think what would be good for you, because I know that you have product coming in all the time, is we're gonna use a lot of drawers, but hopefully we're gonna leave some open space in each of those areas so that as more product is coming in, you'll have space to put it where it needs to go.
So for this project, we set aside 2 days with the team from Practically Perfect, and to prepare, we went to IKEA to grab some drawers and a desktop.
IKEA.
Scandyland, I like to call it.
What a wonderful place.
At first, the plan was to match the original White Tower, but that product was unavailable, so we decided to go with the sorta similar Alex drawer style.
Everything the fluorescent light touches, Simba, is a drawer that could be holding your lipsticks.
Joni and Kit also grabbed some drawer inserts from the Container Store, which I think is where the drawer porn comes into play. Not to be confused with porn drawer. That's a different thing. All right, so we are here for day 1 of makeup collection organizing. So we have some IKEA stuff to build and some makeup to, I think, just like sort of
Sort and edit.
Yeah, I was about to
organize.
say decant. I don't know why. I was just like throw on the ground and look at. Also, we have Ashton here from Joni and Kit's team. And since you guys are the professionals, where should we begin?
Well, we always start off with pulling everything out, sorting, organizing. We're gonna help you organize by type, by color.
And Kit was not kidding, because they dove right in and started dumping boxes out onto the carpet. Oh my word.
There's so many things happening right now.
All right, it's happening. I'm like that Michael Scott gif. It's happening! It's happening! All right, so we've emptied most of the lipsticks out. This is like probably like 99% of them. How are we going to do this? What are we doing right now?
I think what we're gonna start doing, because it's the easiest to start, is by sorting by brand, because the bottles look the same, they have the same shape.
In addition to organizing them by brand, we also organize them by type, i.e. lipstick, liquid lipstick, and lip gloss. What are you working on?
I had a pile of Kylie somewhere. I don't know what happened to that.
Kylie's just hiding.
She is hiding.
She's pregnant again, she's in hiding. Looking at all the lipsticks laid out, it was interesting to see which brands I was more of a completionist for. Do you like how I have every ColourPop shade that is like a greigey nude?
This is a little troubling. You're like, that's the same color.
It's not! They're different! And also which brands had been a completionist on my behalf.
I think impressively, Black Moon Cosmetics is like in the lead for most stuff. Yeah.
The interesting thing is I bought a lot of Black Moon Cosmetics on my own, and then like sometime late last year or early this year, they sent me like a massive PR package, and I was just like, Black Moon lipsticks notwithstanding, nowadays when we get PR packages, I'll keep a few items that I like and then give the rest to our team or donate them. But even then, I will say that it slowly piles up and contributes to the scaling of the collection. All right. I just realized I didn't bring this box out. The other major contributing factor to the clutter has been makeup that we've bought specifically for videos. This box, for example, not only had some Pokemon makeup and some Kylie Valentine's Day makeup, but also a few bags of loose carmine, annatto, and iron oxide that we used in our History of Lipsticks video. Those are just pigments. Don't worry about those. I will take those away.
Those still?
So I tried to centralize all of the boxes of makeup props from videos that I knew were littered around the house. I have some Wish makeup, some Japanese drugstore makeup, and some miscellaneous. I'm so proud of myself, I brought more work. Though it was kind of fun whipping out some products from our older videos. All right, so these are my Bite Lip Lab custom lipsticks.
Ooh.
This is Dothraki Screamer.
Oh, that is dense.
And then this one is Mrs. Norris. Still smelling as delicious as ever. So after some work, we had finally gotten all the lip products sorted out by brand. And though my original thought had been to sort them into drawers by color, keeping them organized by brand made the most sense because of the uniformity of the tubes. But I still wanted to address the concern of easily identifying the color of each lipstick, especially for the brands that don't already market on the outside. So I wonder if there's a way that we can maybe even like put stickers or something on the bottom to like indicate what kind of color it is. Because I think that my biggest barrier in using them is number one, not being able to like see and find them.
Yep.
But also number two, like when I look at like all of the Bite lip tubes and I'm like, I don't know what color these are, then I'm just like, never mind. So Kit assured me that we would be able to do something to account for that obstacle, and with that, we were ready to move on to the putting away step. So we're gonna bring some of the IKEA furniture in to start like putting the lipsticks away into. Also, this is Kaylee, also part of Joni and Kit's team.
Hi.
Introing her so no one's confused when another pair of hands appear. Now, we had gotten these specific lipstick holding inserts from the Container Store so that we could arrange the lipsticks standing up like so. Sliding into your DMs like. So our main goal for this step was getting the lipsticks off of the ground and into the slots. Primarily so we could see how many inserts we would need overall and how many drawers the lipsticks would take up.
Oh, that's nice.
With the plan that the following day would be more focused on playing drawer Tetris to see which products we would want where.
It's like a really, really satisfying game of Connect 4.
And though it was satisfying to see all the lipsticks standing erect like little soldiers, it was also a little alarming to see how many drawers were actually being filled up with lipstick. It's an existential state of being confronted with my hoardingness. I'm fine. Emotionally. Financially, unclear. After the traditional lipsticks, we moved on to laying down liquid lipsticks into flat drawer dividers, which went a bit faster, though I would say we had two mega collections to topple, one of which was ColourPop. It was always going to come to this, wasn't it?
ColourPop is your white whale.
But I have already caught many of them and paid dearly for it. And the other one of which was NYX, which came in all different shapes and sizes. Here's a bigger one, and then here's a medium size, and then here's a bigger one.
You get a car. You get a car.
You get a NYX and you get a NYX. What is that? The Oprah gift? She's like, and with those hurdles leapt, we wrapped up the parade of the liquid lipsticks and filled up all the drawers in the first tower. One tower, a check. So we turned our attention now to the second of the two towers. I guess narratively, this must be Sauron's tower, of which we filled the top 3 drawers with the remaining lip products. So that's the lips.
Finally.
Wrap on the lips.
So our next step was to do the same process with the other categories, AKA dump and lump.
Okay, so we've got some more tubs out here, and what we want to do next is go through them and kind of see what categories we have.
As Ashton began doing that, I started to take on some of the clutter that was bulking up the bins, like old packaging or empty and expiring products. Should I get like a trash can in here? I feel like it's time. Now, my life philosophy is that lipstick never expires, whether or not the FDA agrees, but I will concede that some items of makeup like concealer, foundations, skincare, and some eye products like mascara may have to be chucked after a certain point. That's probably from 2013. Should we get rid of it?
Jesus, throw that away. It's going on your lips.
Bye!
So I realized 2013 was 5 years ago at this point.
Don't tell me how old I am. At the same time, we continued to empty out and categorize different types of makeup and tools from my original drawer set. Boom, bruschettas, including complexion products, eyeliners and mascaras, bronzers and blushes, and eyeshadows and palettes, which Kaylee started arranging in these leaning palette organizers.
I like how many of your eyeshadows have just little etchings in them from when we mix all our eyeshadows together.
I tried to smooth like the carving over, but it'll never truly be the same. But they didn't die.
No, they're not dead.
They just got harmed slightly. Though we did unfortunately discover a few actual casualties that I hadn't thrown away yet. Tyler, we've encountered a tragedy. This NYX blush has blushed its last cheek. Fare thee well, soft-spoken blush.
Oh, you just throw it out.
Give it a moment of silence,
That's
please.
why you throw things away, so you have to give like a Shakespeare sonnet every single time.
Where is it?
Are you gonna compare
Shall I
these?
compare thee to a summer's day?
Okay.
Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
Throw it away.
After that, I was gently banished from the blushes and was tasked with decluttering the box of foundations. And I'm gonna start throwing away old foundations. This is empty. So there we go, goodbye. And
Every
then,
time you mention throwing things away, Ashton's like, yes, please, finally.
please, please throw it away. Oh, I'm gonna keep my custom foundation though. Though my general rule for tossing was that I was gonna get rid of any foundation over 2 years old or that were empty, I found myself having a tough time parting with products that could be useful in a video down the road. This is probably from like 2010.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you keeping that?
Because at this point I've kept it for so long. What if I need to make a I dress like it was 2010 video?
Oh my god, that is a fair justification.
Even with that clinginess though, I did manage to slim down my foundation box a lot. I can't be sure, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good on these foundations. Look how empty this thing is, right?
Oh wow, I can be sure. That's
I just
great.
chucked a bunch of them. Now, while I had been busy digging through my foundations, Ashton had been sorting out the bronzers, and Kaylee had been cruising through the palettes.
There's more palettes though over here.
Oh, there are.
Don't worry,
Yes,
Kayla, there's more fun to be had.
absolutely.
A lot more fun.
Wow. Well, good thing, guys, we have an extra.
Oh,
Just for highlighters.
At that point, the only 2 categories left to declutter were mascara. I think some people say you're supposed to throw your mascara out every 3 months. This is from February of last year. And concealer. I would say that this product is probably maybe from college.
That is not the right color.
Listen, I used to be more tan. I used to spend more time outside. And with that, we had gone through pretty much every category of my makeup. So we're nearing the end of our like day 1 accomplishment, I don't know, like whatever we did today, which left us with all of the remaining products placed into drawer inserts. So then tomorrow we can basically just start putting them in the drawers and then decide like which drawer is best for like which product, kind of. I feel like a lot happened in the last like hour. Yes. I feel like it was like 3 hours of lips and then like an hour, like an hour of like turbo organizing. So with that, day 1 was wrapped. All right, so it's day 2 of organizing and we've got the whole team here and we've got a lot of stuff to do. They have a laminating machine in the other room that they've been fiddling with and I don't know what's happening.
Well, all the sorting has been done, so the game plan now is to assemble the vanity. We've got the mirror, we've got the drawers, we've got the tabletop.
So we brought those remaining furniture items into the room, placed the desktop on top of the shorter drawers, and as a finishing touch, added a vanity mirror with lights. Ta-da! Ooh, wow, that gets bright. Hello. As we had touched on before, our next step was to play drawer Tetris.
So this is all lipsticks.
Yes.
This is gonna be your like everyday general makeup. And then I think, I don't know, what comes next? Let's map this out a little bit.
So we wanted to arrange the drawers based on like what order the products are used and also how much of each thing I had. In the meantime, Joni and Kaylee had devised a solution to the lipstick tubes that didn't have color labels, basically by swatching them on a piece of paper, laminating that paper, putting double-sided tape on the back, and then hole punching the swatch out to create a sticker to put onto the lipstick tube. Oh my god, wow.
That's pretty exciting, right?
That's so
So
cool.
now it's very clear what's what.
That's like exactly what we needed. So as the drawers started filling up, it was time to label them. All right, so Ashton right now has the label maker and we're gonna look at fonts.
Yep, so I'm gonna print out one and see if you like it.
Okay, awesome. Because it's not true drawer porn without a label. Label on. Boom, I like that fun bold font. After finishing our labeling, we added a chair to the vanity. Yeah. Yeah. And coincidentally, Joni and Kaylee had also finished their laminating. Wow.
Now you will know where every lipstick is. What a dramatic change.
From the buckets.
From the buckets.
Buckets, wow. Wait, guys, are we done?
I think we're done. We are.
I'm shook. I feel like this morning was a real whirlwind. Yeah. Like, there were so many of us and I was just like, though the time may have flown by, I was really happy with how everything was looking. Well, you guys did such an amazing job. Thank you. 2. I need a high 10, please. All of the makeups, a check. So I think with practically perfect's organization leg of the project done, the room was like 90% finished, with just a few tasks left for Tyler and I to complete. First up, we ran some of the unopened makeup products that I had over to a donation center that accepts cosmetics. And then afterwards, we headed back to IKEA in search of some furniture items to make the room feel a little less empty.
Are we back back here?
All roads lead to IKEA.
Literally.
We found an ottoman and a couch that we liked,
So majestic. Did you get our ottoman?
No.
and we found the rest of the items we were looking for online, aka another ottoman and a rug, since the original fluffy gray rug actually impeded the use of the lowest drawers. And after moving those things in, our new makeup room was finally ready. All right, so welcome to my finished beauty room.
Oh yeah.
This is my beauty room dance.
Okay.
It's kind of like a grapevine.
How long have you worn that dress?
I've been wearing this dress for 4 days. So let me give you guys a tour of my new vanity. This tower, as you guys probably know, is like entirely lipstick from top to bottom. We have 4 drawers of just traditional lipsticks, 1 drawer of like mixed liquid lipsticks and traditional lipsticks, followed by 4 drawers of liquid lipsticks. Then in these shorter drawers on the right-hand side of the vanity, we have our everyday essentials on top. Underneath, we have mascara and brows, eyeliner and lashes, single eyeshadows or like really small palettes, and then underneath that, we have all of the brushes, the bruschettas. But I also have my favorite brushes right up here. Then in the shorter drawers on the left-hand side, I've got concealers and setting powders, blushes and bronzers, highlighters, primers and foundations, a lot fewer foundations than before, and then setting spray and other face sprays. Finally, in this far left tower, we have the rest of the lip sprawl. We've got lip pencils, lip glosses, and like balms and scrubs, followed by 3 drawers of emptiness, aka room to grow. Then I have 2 drawers of palettes that would like fit inside of the drawers, and 1 drawer on the bottom of cotton rounds and makeup wipes. Outside of the drawers, we have all of the palettes that wouldn't fit, and we also have some fun bonus decor. We added these 3 floating shelves to the wall. Over here, we've got these vintage lipstick tubes. Over there, we've got the pigments from the History of Lipsticks video, no longer in Ziploc bags, now in clear jars. And over here, we've got our Franken makeup, our 2 custom lipsticks from the Bite Lip Lab, which you guys saw earlier, and also 2 items that we got from Wish that are actually not really for display, but I'm keeping them separate from the collection because we're gonna make a fake makeup video in a couple of weeks. But they don't really look out of place, so maybe they'll live there forever. Besides that, we also have a few select pop figurines on our nice vanity mirror, as well as this tabletop tripod. So I can vlog my makeup application like this.
Or I could do that.
Or Tyler could also
Yeah.
do that. So that's the vanity, which takes up this side of the room. But on the other side of the room, we have this little sitting area that we've created. So Tyler or anyone can kind of like take a nap, hang out.
I consult on makeup.
Yes, sure.
I watch a mustache.
That's true. So that is pretty much our finished room. So I'm really happy with the way the whole room turned out, especially when you think of how far it came in just a few days. And I would say that having professional organizers assist us helped a lot, especially since taking on my entire makeup collection was kind of a daunting task. But having both their expertise and also like literally more hands definitely sped things along and made it much easier. And I feel like our finalized beauty room and makeup organization hits both their checklist of our items being visible and accessible and having room to grow, and my overall wish list of having a surface, a place to film, and general cuteness. I think after this experience, I may have been bit by the decluttering bug. Thankfully, I don't actually have any desire to buy more lipsticks right now, especially after seeing them all lined up, but I do have a desire to buy a label maker and a laminator. I don't know what I'll be organizing next, but mark my words, it will be laminated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a big thank you to Practically Perfect for helping us with our beauty room. If you liked that video, make sure to shamash that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to shamash that subscribe button. A big shout out to Plupple for watching. Thanks for watching, Plupple, and I will see you guys next time.